Yeah, everything is good. Everything is going good. How is going on from your side?
Good, good. Thanks for asking.
Firstly, I want to thank you for accepting my invitation and allowing me to talk with you.
Sure, no problem. Just kind of curious as to what you wanted to talk about.
Actually, I make YouTube videos. I love. I do videos with different country people. I'll talk with different country people and put that videos in my YouTube channel,
Okay.
just to tell world that a human can connect with any human on this planet if he is very good in communicating.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, and also I want to tell my audience about you
Okay.
yourself. Yeah, can you introduce yourself to my audience?
What's that?
Can you introduce yourself to my audience?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Ken. My name's Ken. Ken Morales. I'm from Los Angeles originally.
What do you do?
I work for a software developer.
Okay.
Um, we make design software. It's pretty boring, but fire and life safety systems. So saving lives and property.
Okay. You look like a uh, God believer.
Oh yeah, God first.
Okay. So, on which projects you are working right now? I mean, you said that you are a software developer, right?
Yeah, we develop fire protection software. It's mainly for fire sprinkler systems, fire alarm systems, also security systems, data systems, key entry, things like that. So pretty technical.
Even I did my post graduation in software engineering.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah. So I have three websites. I'm a blogger. I have two mobile applications in Google Store. One is about computer science and engineering. I'll explain about the computer science and engineering topics every day. So 5,000 people are studying from my application. So when you said that you are a software developer, I connected with that.
Okay. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, computer aided design, going into new construction and existing structures, just trying to make them safer and that kind of thing.
Okay. What do you think about present applications that we are using right now? Do you think that those are safe in coming days because the information is increasing? People are putting a lot of content in internet.
Do you mean as it pertains to my industry
Yeah,
or in general?
security generally.
Um, I believe that as a society, I think we're all a little bit too relaxed. Security aside, I mean, we open so much of ourselves up to the world on social media, things like that. Um, that I mean, what is there left to guard? Put your whole soul out on the internet. what, what is there to protect? But in general, I think that we're as secure as we want to be. You know, we take the precautions that we want to take, and we kind of leave the rest to chance. Human nature.
And
Expect the best, prepare for the worst.
YouTube also changing the rules every week, every month, every 2 months. Even Google also changing the rules.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the content creators for putting content in the internet.
Regulating your content,
Yeah,
or
yeah, it is monitoring. It is seeing whether uh, uh, people are doing the right work or wrong work or copying content from other sites. Or I think now compared to last 5 years, I think right now uh, it became very strict, very strict. I think I'm sure you'll be having information about Google AdSense.
Um, I just use Google for my bookmarks, look stuff up. I'm really not using it for anything else, just more entertainment. So I don't think I've really noticed that.
Okay. So I spend a lot of time on knowing about all these things. I thought I wanted to do PhD and software engineering. I thought to pick a topic and I thought to do PhD. So it is very important for me to qualify entrance exam. In entrance exam, I have to study about everything which is connected with computers, science, and information technology.
Yeah.
So, so I thought you will be having information. You'll be having knowledge about that.
No, our software is more for buildings and structures for fire protection, fire sprinklers, fire detection. It's really more about, and when I say security, more for CCTV, keyless entry, card entry, those types of data systems. So it's really about monitoring lives and property than it is about securing, you know, any type of regulations or rules about anything. It's really just about saving lives and property. That's what our software is for.
Okay. So in a lot of countries are still they are unable to use the security. I mean, they are unable to use the applications. They are unable to uh, uh, save themselves from others, like privacy.
Right. I do talk to people all over the world, and it's shocking how far behind where we are in terms of the way we monitor life and property here in the U.S. and in some of the more developed countries. I'm talking to people in Asia and in Africa, and I mean, sometimes they can't even log into the meeting where our initial consultation, where we're talking to them, their infrastructure is just so bad. It makes it almost impossible for them to step into the same stratosphere that the rest of us are in. It's really eye opening because all you really know is what you know and your experience until you step outside of yourself and you start talking to other people that are having a completely different life experience. The one you never would have even imagined had you not spoken with this person. It really is eye opening.
So, what are the loopholes that you observed in the security system?
I wouldn't say necessarily loopholes because that's not something that um, we're tasked with. We would be more tasked with creating their security infrastructure as opposed to finding a loophole in it. And they would be the ones to create it themselves. They would just use our design program to do it,
Okay.
if that makes sense. And then, of course, it's not people that are designing it for themselves. It's companies that do this type of work and create these designs for, for example, if you're going to put up a new building, you got to make sure if there's a fire, water can get to the fire. You got to
Yeah.
make sure that your entryways are secure, and if people need to be able to get in without a key, that the infrastructure is solid. And so they would use our design program to make sure things like the voltage drops and battery calculations and things like that were all in check, so that if there was a failure, that it wouldn't be because of the way the system was put together, the way it was designed or created. It would be something outside of that purview.
Okay. So what do you do other than this?
I play guitar. Um, see my You probably see my guitar. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
hanging
yeah,
on the wall there.
yeah.
A couple
The
of
green
guitars
color.
hanging on a rack out there. And so, personally, I made a personal decision to stop drinking alcohol about 8 years ago. Well, no, a little less than 8 years ago. In December of 2012, I decided it just wasn't fun for me anymore, and I figured there was probably more productive things that I could do with that time than sit there drinking and getting drunk. So I decided to put a lot of that energy into playing the guitar and writing music. Um, it's a lot of fun, and I don't necessarily write music to be popular or famous. It's just a way of therapy for me. It's a way to reach inside and find whatever is good in there and bring it out. And I
Wow.
love that.
I can see two guitars.
Yeah, I got a couple of them hanging back there. There's a wall decoration one, and I have two guitars and a bass, and I think an amplifier back there. I think another one laying there on the ledge by the window.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's my passion. I love it. I really do enjoy it a lot. And the thing that I love most about it is the creative part of it. Not necessarily learning songs that other people have written, but taking an empty space and putting my song in it in exchange for the emptiness. And for me, that's fulfilling. That's therapeutic for me.
So you create your own music.
Yeah, yeah. I actually have a little, like, I don't know if you want to call it music project, maybe I guess you could call it. It's Neon Crown Conspiracy. And I just barely started with trying to record stuff. We started really, really basic. I have a little 3-track EP of like backing track songs where it's pretty simple, stripped down, just music. Um, but for me, it's just kind of going in that direction and just feeling out, all the different aspects of music, really, from picking up a guitar and playing a chord or maybe two sounds. I do a lot of random, just playing different notes, and I'll find two notes that, oh, okay, that sounds kind of cool. What would come before that? What would make sense to come after that? And then I start creating an idea, and then the next thing you know, I have a song. And I really am proud of one that I did called Lost Love, and you can see it on SoundCloud, or I think I have it on Bandcamp, or a couple places online. But I'm really proud of it. I think that it shows the height of my creativity in music and musicality, because there is a difference between being able to play and execute a lot of notes very well and even very fast, but not make them sound musical. One of my favorite artists, Joe Satriani, once said, "We're all playing the same 12 notes, but it's what's in here that makes the difference." You know, and so for me, that's the most fulfilling part of music, is the creative, being able to create something, take an empty space and put your creation there instead. Fill the emptiness.
I'm sure you'll be having great imagination to create uh, new music.
You asked me about my job, I give you like 1 and 2 word sentences. You asked me about music, and I got paragraphs for you. I love it. It speaks to my soul.
Music is an expression, right?
Oh yeah.
Music, music is an expression with which you'll express your feelings and thoughts.
Yeah. For me, it's the probably the most rewarding part of creating a piece of music is creating a piece of music where somebody can feel what your intention was when you created it, maybe what you were feeling when you created it. And I'm blessed to say that I do have songs that people have told me have made them feel a certain way. And for me, as an artist, and I don't mean that in a boastful way. I'm not a recording artist, multi-Grammy, nothing like that. Just it's art. And as somebody who creates art, for somebody else to say that it made them feel something, I just don't know if there's a bigger compliment.
What is the best compliment that you got for your music that you created?
I wrote a song where my brother is sick, and he's battling cancer right now. And I wrote a song from the perspective of his daughter to her father, and the chorus is, "I still love you, I still need you," and I just played the song. I didn't sing the words, and I didn't even publish the lyrics when I put it on my Facebook. But I've put songs up here and there, and people have said, "Oh, that's cool," "Oh, I like that one," or whatever. But this one, I had a lot of people tell me, "Oh man, I could really feel your emotion in this." And just doesn't get any better when somebody else felt what I wanted them to feel when they heard my song. The
It's,
intention,
yeah,
the intention, the execution matched up with the intention, and for me, to have a bunch of people notice that and they all said pretty much the same thing, I could really feel what you were trying to get across in that song. It was just really amazing. I didn't know you could feel that good about posting something on Facebook. I don't know if you could
I'll
bring that kind of joy.
I'll go through your music. In which site I can get your music? I can hear your music.
Um, I have on SoundCloud a just a few tracks on there. Nothing. I mean, I just started doing it recently, where I'm really like taking it seriously and recording. But if you look up Neon Crown Conspiracy, neon like the color green, neon green, neon crown like the kind of crown a king wears. So Neon Crown Conspiracy, and I think if you just look that up, you'd probably see me on SoundCloud or maybe Reverb Nation or Bandcamp. And my song Lost Love, like I said, is probably, I mean, I think really just for me, as far as recording goes, the my I don't want to say best or favorite because your songs are like your kids, you love them all. But I really believe that it brought out the best of my creativity at the time when I wrote it a couple of years ago. So now I'm really interested in getting back into that. I have more time on my hands to play more music and record. So I've really devoted time now to start doing something with that. So we'll see what happens.
Actually, you're talking more about music than software development. That
Yeah,
shows your personal interest.
it really is my passion. And I like my work. And the work is great. I work with great people. I'm people whose job it is to save lives and property. It's just a really great group of people. So I don't have anything bad to say about it. But music is my, my passion, my soul, my love.
Wow, I really feel great when you said that you wrote and you created a music for your brother's kid. I think so. I think you should continue doing that. You should continue make creating music. Maybe if possible, I'll put the links in the description of this video. People who watches this video will see your music, will listen to your music.
Sure. I mean, yeah, that would be nice. I don't want this to come across like I wanted to speak with you to get a bunch of people to listen to my music. It's really not about that for me. And if they want to hear it, that's great because I put it out there. Um, but I had no idea we were even going to talk about music. When you asked to do an interview, that was the furthest thing from my mind. I thought you were going to want to maybe talk about philosophy, life. I don't know. So
Yeah.
this definitely isn't about that, but sure. I mean, and I did put it out there for people to listen to if they want to. So, but I'm certainly not making this about that. It's just something that really is near and dear to my heart. So obviously, I lit up like a Christmas tree when you started talking about it. But yes, music is my number one therapy.
Can I put this recorded video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Oh yes, yeah, sure, no problem. I agree to that.
Thank you so much for giving your valuable time to me and accepting me without knowing who I am, where I'm from. I did videos with a lot of country people, just talk with them randomly, asking random questions based on their introduction. I'll be asking their questions, and I'm trying to get the answers what exactly their interests are, their perception is, and different people have different ways of thinking. That is what I understood. So today is nice to me. I met a person who is interested in, is very good in creating music, and who loves to create music, and who is a software developer, who is a multi talented.
Yeah, written songs for different people that are close to me, and so far, just a couple, and the feedback is positive, and so there's really just nothing better than that. Just getting positive feedback on something you create. I mean, that's life.
Yeah, I know about that. If we are creating something and if you're getting a positive response for that, you feel like, yeah, I did something great. I created something which made someone to feel good.
Yeah, that's the best. Well, hey, thanks. Thank you for asking to interview me because I really didn't know what to expect, but hanging up feeling pretty good.
Thank you so much again for giving your time. Yeah,
All right, we'll talk to you later.
bye.
Take care.